10 family members, A, B, C, E, I, J, K, R, S, N, W are linked to each other in a particular relation. What is the relation of person B with respect to person J? What is the relation of person B with respect to person J? So there are 10 members in this family. We have to establish the relationship between B and J. Relation of person B with respect to J. Person B with respect to J. Understand, relation of person B with respect to J is different from relation of person J with respect to B. Many of us fail here. Many of us do not understand this, right? Many of us fail to understand this point, right? Many of us fail to understand this point, that the relationship from when you look at different directions is different. Like for example, A is the father of, or A is the brother of B. A is the brother of B, let's say, does not mean that B is the brother of A. B could be sister of A, right, or brother of A. So, you have to be careful. If A is the brother of B, and let's say B is sister, then B is the sister of A. Relationship of A with respect to B is brother. Relationship of B with respect to A is sister. Or for example, let's look at an uncle and nephew pair, right? A is the uncle of B, or B is the nephew of A. Now, what is the relationship of A with respect to B? A is the uncle of B. Your answer should be uncle. What is the relationship of B with respect to A? B is the nephew of A, right? So that's one point which most of us do not consider, or we take it easily, we take it lightly, but that's very, very critical. So keep that in mind. Let's look at the solution. So look at the first statement. K is the father of A is married to J is the daughter of C is the grandfather of B, I is married to R. Now what I would simply look at in the first, as a first step, is to see if both the persons B and J have been mentioned or not in the data, in the first statement. Let's say this first statement talks only about J or talks only about B, then clearly it will not give us the answer, because for us to find out the relationship between B and J, both of them should be available in the data. So here we have got J mentioned somewhere and B mentioned elsewhere, and all of them are connecting statements. K is the father of A is married to J is the daughter of C is the grandfather of B, and so on. So there is a chance that since both of them have been mentioned, there can be a relationship that we can find out. Remember, there is a chance, it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed that definitely be able to find out the answer. Just because both J and B are given does not mean that we can find the answer out. We can still be left in some confusion. But what is definite is, if both J and B are not mentioned, then definitely you cannot get the answer from statement 1. Now, K is the father of A is married to J. So try and draw the family tree for this one. K is the father of A. K is the father of A, right? A is married to J. A is married to J. So we are using a double-headed arrow. See, K is the father of A. Our notations of blood relations, right? We have discussed this in our TalentSprint videos. Just follow that. So K is the father of A is married to J. A double-headed arrow would mean this is married couple. Now, whose husband and wife is not known to us, but A is married to J. J is the daughter of C. Now understand, J is the daughter. Fact that J's daughter is, J is female, which means A is male, right? A is male. So A and J are married to each other. A is the husband, J is the wife. Now J is the daughter of C. J is the daughter of C. J is the daughter of C. Right? Now, is C the father of J? Not sure. Is C the mother of J? Not sure. It could be father or mother. Now look at the next point. C is the grandfather of B. J is the daughter of C. C is the grandfather of B. So definitely C is male. Now there comes a question. It says C is the grandfather of B. C is the grandfather of B means what? B is C's child's child. C is child's child. C is son's child or C is daughter's child. Both are possible. Now, how are we, so while C is the grandfather of B or B is the grandchild of C, how do we make sure, or how do we find out if B is related to J or not? I mean, is B the child of J or not? There are two possibilities. Possibility one is that B is the child of J. So C becomes a grandfather, right? C is daughter's child. So C is grandchild. Or it is also possible that C has another child who is the sibling of J. J can have sibling, right? J can, let's say, have a brother. J has a brother. And that brother's child is B. Even in this case, C becomes a grandfather, right? C is son's child. Your son's child is also your child, your grandchild. So the point is, this first statement does not give us any clarity between the exact relationship between J and B. J could be the mother of B, or J could also be the aunt of B. And then one more part given here is I is married to R. I is married to R. I is married to R is nowhere related. I mean, will not be useful at all. So am I able to find out the relationship of B with respect to J? No. And more importantly, gender of B is not known to us. From statement 1, gender of B is not known at all, right? B could be male or female. That's not given at all. So the point I'm trying to make is statement 1 is insufficient. Now we can conclude that statement 1 is insufficient because it does not give us enough clarity. Okay, look at statement 2. Statement 2, W is the wife of S, S is the brother of A, R is the father of B, C is married to E, and the couple has 2 daughters. Now the point here is, again, go back to basics. Here there is no mention of J at all. Remember, first of all, when you are trying to look at statement 2, forget about everything that is given in statement 1. You should not keep these things in mind. You should erase your memory about this statement 1, right? You should not remember any of these things in mind, right? Only look at statement 2. So when you look at just statement 2, what do you find? W is the wife of S. Remember, we are focusing on B and J. W is the wife of S, S is the brother of A, R is the father of B. So B's mention has been done here. Then C is married to E and the couple has 2 daughters. Is there any point given with respect to J? No. There is no information with respect to J at all. So will you be able to find out the relationship between B and J here? No. So without even drawing family tree, I know statement 2 is not sufficient. Why did we try statement 1? Because both B and J were mentioned. So there was a chance that we could establish the relationship. However, we could not do it because it was still incomplete information. Here, statement 2, in case of statement 2, just by looking at the data itself, we can say it's incomplete. Right? So that way you can save your precious time. Don't have to draw the family tree again. So 1 is not sufficient, 2 is not sufficient. Look at 3. Statement 3. Now when you're looking at statement 3, erase your memory about 1 and 2, right? Only focus on what is given in statement 3. The person I is the mother of B. J and I are children of E. J is the daughter-in-law of K. K is the father of S. Now here again, B and J both have been mentioned. So there is a chance that we could get the answer. So let's quickly verify that. I is the mother of B. 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 J and I are children of E. J and I are children of E, which means J and I are siblings and they are children of E. So this is how it looks like. Yes or no? I is the mother of B is this leg. J and I are children of E. So J and I are siblings and they are children of E. J is the daughter-in-law of K. J is the daughter-in-law, which means J is a female child. Daughter-in-law of K, which means K is husband's parent. J is husband's parent, right? J becomes the daughter-in-law of K, right? K is son's wife. Your son's wife is your daughter-in-law. So J is the daughter-in-law of K. K is the father of S. K is the father of S. Now K is the father of S again. S need not come here. S may come here, or maybe K has 2 sons. The other son is married to J. S is not married to J. Even that's possible. You're getting it? You cannot conclude that, because he has said K is the father of S, you cannot put S here. S can be the other son. S can be coming here, or maybe S does not come here. It is somebody else. And S is the son of K, who is the sibling of this person. You're getting it? Anyway, what are we looking at? We are looking at the relationship of B with respect to J. Can you establish the relationship of B with respect to J? No. J's sister's child. J's sister's child. Your sister's child could be your nephew or your niece. See, B gender is not known to us. The point is B gender is not known to us. Like in the previous statement also. Statement 1, what did we see? B gender was not known to us. Even if you could find out the exact leg, gender is not known. Yeah, gender is not known. So statement 3 also is insufficient. Statement 3 also is insufficient. So unless the gender is known to us, you cannot really find the answer. So you have to keep that point in mind. Gender is very, very important, right? If you have not been given the gender, that relationship cannot be established. However, remember, if the question is swapped, if it says what is the relationship of the person J with respect to B, then we can find out the answers. What is the relationship of J with respect to B? J is the aunt of B. Right here, of course, statement 1 does not give us the data because J could be mother of B or aunt of B, both are possible. And statement 2 anyway is incomplete. In statement 1, J could be the mother of B or aunt of B. Statement 2 incomplete. Statement 3, J is the aunt of B, definitely. However, the relationship is B with respect to J. So 1, 2, 3 independently fail to give the answer. Now that all these 3 statements have independently failed to give the answer, you can go for combination, right? Now that independently these 3 statements have failed to give the answer, you can combine the data. You can combine the data. Again, how do you combine? You don't really have to combine all 3 of them together. You need not combine 1, 2 and 3 all together. Maybe 1 and 2's combination can give it, or 2 and 3's combination give it, or 1 and 3's combination may also give it. You're getting it? So try all the possibilities. There are 3 possibilities. In fact, 4 possibilities. 1 with 2, right? 1 and 2 can give you the answer, or 1 and 3 can give you the answer, or 2 and 3 can give you the answer, or 1, 2 and 3 all can give you the answer, or maybe all need not give you the answer. So all these has to be checked. All these points have to be verified. You can't be marking the answer very easily here. Now one way to, this is looking like 4, but I'm trying to write ampersand, by the way. Yeah. Now one way to cut down the time spent is, instead of checking all the possible pairs or all the possible combinations, just look at the options. Option A, 1 and 3 taken together are sufficient. Now can you use 1 and 3 to get the answer? No. See, the point is, now I know, I need not even go for individual combinations. The point is, whatever you do, B gender is not known to us. From statement 1, B gender is not known. It's question mark. From statement 2 also, while it has given R is the father of B, is B the son of R or daughter of R is not given to us. So B gender is not known. And in statement 3 also, B gender is not known. So even if you combine all the 3, forget about combination of 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. Even if you combine all 3 of them, you will not be able to answer the question just based on the fact that we have no clue about what the gender of B is. So your answer to this question should be neither of the statement is sufficient to answer the question. Strictly speaking, the answer should be all 3 of them together are not sufficient. All 3 of them together are not sufficient. All the statements taken together are not sufficient. But that option is not given to us. Yes or no? Option D says all 3 of them taken together are sufficient. But actually it is not sufficient. So the best of the options given here is option E. Neither of the statements is sufficient to answer the question. Neither of the statements is sufficient to answer the question.